Okay, right. Let me get the comments. There we go. There's the comment. Right. Hello, Diane. Hi, Harry and Hoppity the Bunnies. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry for taking a few minutes to get the tech sorted. Hopefully, we're here and there's no echo anywhere. Pam, are you working you got a real concentration face. You got everything set up your end? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to our live session tonight, Energy Insights. This is something that Pam and I have been doing. I realized the other day for about 18 months, actually, we've been doing it for quite a while, and it's been an absolute joy. So we help people with their cats get to know what's going on with their cats. And I'll hand over to Pam in a minute because Pam's going to do the first one and she can tell you what she does with her magic gifts. So I'm a holistic cat therapist and soul activator for cat guardians. So I help people to reconnect with their cats. I use chakra sensing, energy work, and a bit of communication to give the cats a voice, to help the guardians understand what is going on for their cat. So tonight we've got 6 cats between us. I can see a couple of you here. Hi, Katia. Hi, Lucy. Lovely to see you here. So bear with us as we take it in turns between our different modalities to help the different cats. And we will be live. We'll pop pictures up on screen and share with you what it is that your cats need you to know. So I'm going to pop myself on mute, Pam, and hand over to you. And I know that I've got the picture ready. So when you've done your introduction to everybody, I'll get the picture ready and we can kick off. All right, my love, I'll pop myself on mute.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. And I just echo Julianne's sentiments. Like, I can't believe it's been this long. And we have totally enjoyed tag teaming and collaborating and being of service to you guys and your pets, because we absolutely have a passion for what we do and we love helping pet parents and helping cats. So this is going to be fun today. And I've got a little one at my feet. She's playing with my foot. She doesn't like to have her nails clipped. So if I go like that, that's why. Okay. So I am Pam Roussell. I'm with Perfectly Holistic, and I am a board certified natural health practitioner, professional mind, body, spirit release practitioner. Perfectly Holistic is a platform that basically helps empower and educate pet parents or cat parents specifically to provide more of a holistic alternative approach to their cat's health and well-being. So I love teaching you guys what to try, learning new things, just empowering you so that you feel like you can take steps to help your cat do better, feel better, be their best selves, whether that's emotionally, physically, or spiritually. So I am a master muscle tester. I'll just say it. I typically use a pendulum. So we call this idiomotor testing or energy testing, because my fingers would get really tired if I just muscle tested all day long with my hands. So I tend to use a pendulum because I can get yes, no answers to very detailed, specific, targeted questions to find imbalances and stress and find out what we can do to support a cat. So shall we get started on the first one? I think the first one is Anne and her baby Suki. And I will read what Anne submitted. And I think Julianne is bringing up the image, so we'll give it a second. Oh, what a beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. Oh, looks like a Maine Coon. I think, yeah, she is a Maine Coon. Okay, yes, she is a Maine Coon. Okay, so Anne submitted Suki. And Anne, I think you're watching from Facebook. I believe that's where you're trying to. Let's make sure you are here. I'm going to jump over here and see. So I know, and if we have to go to the next person, because I know, Anne, you are kind of new to finding us. So if you need another few minutes to figure out how to do the chat part in the Facebook, I'm happy to give you more time and go to the second person instead. So if you can drop a Let us know you're here in the chat. So I know she's, you know what? Tech is not my thing. You just ask anybody I stream with. So my heart goes out to people who struggle with tech stuff. So yeah, no judgment whatsoever. No. Let's do this. Let's go to the second person, and we'll give Anne some more time to join in, because I know she's going to be trying to get on. The next person, or my second cat, is going to be Jenny, and Lori is on YouTube. So let's make sure that Jenny is here. If you could let us know, Jenny, that would be great. And if not, I will turn it back over to Julianne, and I'll let you do your first one. So again, Laurie, if you are here, definitely pop in and let us know. Drop a comment in the YouTube comments if that's where you're still watching from. And that way we can jump in. Okay, yes, greetings. Okay, Laurie Christine is here. I see your comments. Yay. Okay. Okay, so Jenny, look at this beautiful little baby girl. Okay, so Laurie submitted Jenny. Jenny is 17 and a half, and she has always been healthy and happy. And recently she looks like she's lost a little weight. She's drinking a bit more and more water. Her appetite is excellent. I want her to be as healthy as she can be. So, you know what? The fact that she is 17 and a half and still doing great and has a great appetite, that's awesome. Now, I am not a vet, and I do have to preface this by saying that we are not vets and we are not medical professionals. And so nothing we do or say today is meant to diagnose, treat, or cure, or replace any kind of medical or veterinary advice. Okay. So we're just here to give you an energetic perspective. So I can basically energy test to find out if there's anything specific that you can do to help support Suki. She's drinking a little bit more water. Now that can be normal in older cats just because of kidneys. So if you haven't had like a senior panel done for her in a while, just to check kidney values, that would probably be a good place to start, just to see where she is.
Did you read the right cat information? Because you just called the cat Suki. I'll be working with Jenny.
Jenny, that's sorry.
Did you read the right bit of information? Is that the right one?
Yes, Jenny is the 17 and a half year old. Yes. So okay. Yes, she's the black and white. So yes. So Jenny, let's see. What can your mama do to best support Jenny? Okay, let's find out if there is anything emotional that we can do to support her. Okay, I'm getting a yes on emotional stuff. So, how is her overall demeanor, Laurie? Is she pretty active? Does she vocalize a lot? How does you sense that she is emotionally doing? Because we can definitely support her emotionally here. Like, are there things in the house that are stressful? Are there other pets? Things like, I'm trying to think of things that can be a little upsetting for a senior cat from an emotional perspective. So give me an idea, like how you feel she's doing emotionally, or if there's been any kind of different or changes in her behavior in terms of that regard. And Jenny Alexandra is her name. She says she talks quite a bit and her 3 brother cats can annoy her. I was kind of sensing that something was annoying her, but I didn't want to assume what it was. So I have a 15-year-old cat too, and he gets annoyed from the younger ones because they're just so busy, right? So let's see if she would prefer like more peace and quiet. I get a yes. She wants more peace and quiet. So are you able to give her more of like a nice, quiet, secluded space that she loves to hang out, where she can maybe watch outside, and be away from the rowdy little boys that bother her. So maybe do that. Let's see if we can add a little bit of color. So color therapy would be really good for her. Is there one color? Are there two colors? Oh, okay. I'm seeing yellow. Yellow is a good color for her. Yellow is a great color for promoting cheerfulness. And as Julianne knows, it's great for supporting the solar plexus chakra, and that's where we have our personal will and our power. So, oh, okay. So her brothers are all seniors too. Okay, but they're boys, and boys will be boys, right? So cheer her up a little bit, add some yellow into her world. Just offer her something yellow. It can be a dish towel, a dishcloth. It can be a t-shirt. It can be a blanket. It can be a piece of paper that's yellow. Anything that has that vibrational frequency of yellow can support her emotionally for this. And let's see if there was another. What is the other color? Is it orange? Is it red? Is it green? Green. Okay. So maybe to help her feel more grounded, more secure. Color green is great. Think green like grass if you have something green that you can offer her as well. I love just giving her the option to just go select it and sit on it, sit next to it, near it, whenever she feels like she needs that kind of support. But also have other options for her that doesn't have green. So if it's a bed or something, make sure she's got options. Let's see what else we can do to support her. Would herbs for self-selection. I like this. Okay, so what about angelica root? Angelica root is testing well. So angelica root, if I don't know if you have listened to Julie Ann's presentations in the past, but just having the herbs placed on a little towel, like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of herbs, like angelica root would be good to support her emotionally. And let's see, is there another herb that would be good? Are there two? Are there three? There's three. Rosebuds are coming up. So that makes me wonder if she has had any loss somehow. Oh, it could also help support her heart chakra to open up to the boys. So maybe that's why roses are testing well. So rosebuds can be really good for her. Let's see, what about valerian? Yarrow is testing well for her too. That's a very grounding herb as well, kind of like angelica. She says she's resting on her chill pad now. She loves her brothers, but sometimes it can be stressful. There seems to be some competition for the 3 to 4 meals a day of raw that they get. Well, do you feed her in a separate place away from them? That would be an option that you could try, just so that she doesn't feel like she has to compete for her food. And I love that they're on raw. That's awesome. That's so healthy. Let's see if you can do like general senior ways to support seniors like her. Omega-3s. Omega-3s, if you're not adding some kind of omega-3, that would be great. It can be an oil. It can be sardines. If you want a food source, I should feed her in a separate place. Yeah, I would definitely feed her in a separate place, in a quiet place where she can be by herself and not feel like she has to compete for her food, especially if the boys tend to finish fast and go push her out of the way. So that can make her feel more secure. Let's see. So omega-3s can be very supportive for older cats. Let's see. What about, she vocalizes a lot. What about with lion's mane? Lion's mane mushrooms would be another thing that you could try for her. Dee Dee says, would you recommend krill oil? Yes, absolutely. Krill is great. So krill, salmon, fish oil, trying to think. tuna oil, there's anchovy oil, there's sardine oil, there's sardines if you want to actually give a real food source. So those would be great. And lion's mane mushroom tests well. And that's just a great mushroom. It's for brain. So if you've got senior cats that are kind of, you want to support them mentally, because some kitties tend to get that tendency toward kitty dementia as they get older. So lion's mane is wonderful, not only for immune support, but it's brain support as well. Let's see. I mean, just generally, just keep her hydrated, keep her on the raw feed as long as that's good for her. Let's check. The raw feed is in her highest and best good. Yes. So she's still doing great on raw. So I would definitely continue that. Just think about some of those supplements that you can add in that are great for providing the essential fatty acids that she needs, as well as helping to keep the inflammation reduced and promote longevity, overall well-being, and mental support as a senior, and feed her in a separate place. So that's where I would start. So I hope this helps. Do you have any questions? She says she was given up by her previous person who was in the military and was deployed to England for 4 years. Oh, maybe that's why she needs the rosebuds to help her heart heal from her previous owner. So, they can experience what's called unhealed separation. So that can be why, another reason why cats vocalize it, like in her case, if she's real vocal about that, it can be just kind of sadness. So she's so lucky to have you. So thank you for taking her in. She lost her family and home, and she had dog siblings. Oh, okay. How long has she been with you, Lori? Have you had her a while? You're probably typing. I know there's probably a little bit of a delay. I was just going to suggest, one final thing, but before I turn it back over to Julianne, is that she would benefit from a mind, body, spirit release session just to help clear that trauma, even though we may not view it as trauma. But when you lose your family and you're ripped apart like that, it can harbor a lot of trapped emotions in the body. So releasing all of that past trauma and emotional blocks can really help her be her best. So she says she's had her for 11 years. This woman had adopted her at a year old. Oh, so she's okay. So that's awesome. Even things that happened a really long time ago can still be affecting them on a cellular level from an emotional perspective. So it's something that you can consider doing. Okay. And that's a service that I offer through my site. So I'll be putting the links in the chat while Julianne's doing her thing. So Julianne, I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Pam. So let's do that while I get the pictures ready. Okay, so I saw a couple of people online that were ready for me. So I've got Roberta and Katia. So Katia, are you here? Because I think it's I'm going to probably badly pronounce the name. Kochka, I think, is the cat. If it's not that, then I do apologize, Katia. I'm doing the best I can. So let me see if you're here. Because I saw you earlier, I think. Katia at the top, yeah, with your dog picture. Could you just drop me a comment, my love, and tell me if you're still here? Where were you joining? I think you were on Facebook. So if you can drop a comment and let me know, Katia, and we will work with Koch. Yes, perfect pronunciation. Nailed it. Okay. Right, let me find a picture of this gorgeous girl. Katia. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just going to remove you briefly, Pam, but pop your button backstage. There we go. Is that okay? Okay, so I didn't mean to check. I'm unmuted everywhere. Yep. Okay, so where's my little bit of notes gone? Oh, Kochka has, Katya said that Kochka's, I think I've got the perfect cat. She's super intelligent, fearless, playful, forgiving, and tolerant. So one of the issues that they've had is that she is allergic to tiny insect that exists in communal garden outside the flat. They take her for walks in harnesses during the summer and it seemed to be okay. However, about a month ago, a friend was leaving the flat and they had an issue where Kochka escaped. She came back within the hour, but was frantic. It was definitely a different behavior to her normal. Since then, her behavior changed completely. She no longer sleeps with us at night, but sleeps in other rooms. She stopped playing. She no longer lies on her scratch pad. She seems to have twitchy cat syndrome and will shake her paws as though she's trodden something unpleasant. She seems to have forgotten, I can tell you what that is straight away, she seems to have forgotten that she's not allowed on the dining room table and wants to sit there obsessively. So she's taken her to the vets, but they've said that there's nothing wrong and offered gabapentin. So first of all, Katya, I just want to say congratulations and great to hear that you've taken her to the vet, because as Pam said, we're not veterinary professionals. We work with energy. We do not diagnose. We can talk about energy and emotions. I mean, obviously I'm qualified with behavior, so I can speak to that a little bit, but I'm really glad to hear that you've got a vet check done and that they said that there's nothing kind of untoward. However, it is a little unsettling to hear that the vet is talking about gabapentin, because that's a very, very hard prescription drug, even if it's given at small doses for cats, that, you know, is unfortunately a place that vets are going to in terms of supporting kind of behavior anomalies. So I don't know if you've put her on that yet or not. I'd really appreciate if you could drop a comment in the chat and let me know. I can tell you already what the, where is it? Where you said about the twitchy cat syndrome. She'll shake her paws as though she's trodden something unpleasant. I bet you any money when I connect with her in a minute, it's to do with her being ungrounded. So the pause will be to do with the fact that her stable home, she did the normal kind of like going outside, which she thought was like normal. However, it wasn't. She wasn't with you. She wasn't on the lead, etc., etc. She comes back home. I would imagine when I connect with her in a minute, she's going to feel ungrounded, and the flicking of the twitching of the feet is where energy is trying to reestablish itself. But let's have a look. Let me take a quick sip of water. Okay. Let me find the picture of the sweet girl again. Look at her. Isn't she just divine? Right. Give me a second, everybody. Let me just come into my heart space and we'll see what she's got to share. Oh, God, energy shift already. That's not me. I'm not tired. I get absolutely jazzed on these things. That's not from me. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Whew. So like, I feel like I'm looking around the room and I feel like I'm looking in 50 million directions around me to see what's going on, because everything just feels weird and different. Like if I could, and I can't do it because I've actually hurt my neck when I woke up this morning with a dodgy neck, I would do it, but I can't. It's like she's looking around like all these different ways all at once. And like, so her energy is ungrounded. And again, it's like she's frantic in her heart space. That's how it feels. Like my heart is racing. And again, like I've not had a coffee, not after 12, you know, and I wasn't 2 minutes ago. Oh God, yeah, my heart is racing. So again, like from a cat's perspective, when they're in fight or flight mode, so if you think about, you know, they're predator and prey animals. So I'm speaking a bit to the behavior here so you can try to understand what's going on. When they're in predator or prey mode, you know, they do one or two things. They'll either hide away or they'll go up high because they're trying to avoid or establish the threats. So you're saying to me, was it she wants to be on the table? She seems to have forgotten she's not allowed on the dining room table or wants to sit there obsessively. Yeah, because she's trying to establish what's going on around her because she feels ungrounded and unsettled. Oh God, my cheeks. There is so much energy in this sweet girl, which is coming from the fact that she is ungrounded. Let's try and shift some of this a bit. Right, Katya, no, I didn't. As I've heard such awful things about it, and we gave it once to our dog for car sickness, and it was a horrible experience. Okay, so I would never tell you what to do or not to do with regards to vet and what they've decided. But I have to say I am glad, and I didn't either put my cat on gabapentin. So it's good to hear that that's the choice that you've made. Right. So one of the first things I would say is you need to help to ground her. So red everywhere. Red, and valerian root. So valerian root, it's a root, in and of itself. It also helps with anxiety. It's very, very grounding. It helps with the nervousness in the fight or flight reaction response in the body. See, I can't get my words out because there is just energy going like all these different places. So I would put some valerian root down for her. I'd also consider getting red, right? So and a really nice, I don't know if I've got any here. I can show you on my Christmas calendar. So like a really nice, bright, vibrant red. Okay. I'm working with the tools I got here, people. So put red fabric down. Now, don't put it in her cat bed. Put it somewhere. In fact, what I would actually do at the moment is put it on the dining room table. Now, I appreciate this isn't somewhere that you want her to be. However, what we need to understand is that she's had a traumatic experience. And you can tell that because she's come home and she's not the same. You said to me, she's not the same cat. So we give valerian root to our, I think you mean dog, as he is very anxious. So I will certainly do that. Brilliant. Put some down. And in fact, what I would probably do is put some of that on the red. So like do as much as you can to anchor her in. I don't normally suggest using color therapy and herbs together. However, for her, she needs to be anchored back in. And again, that flicking with the paws is because she's not grounded. She's not anchored into her space. Tomorrow, red will be everywhere. Oh, brilliant. Feel free to drop me pictures, pop them online and tag me. I'd love to share that. I'd actually would love to see it, to be quite honest with you. Let me just go back. I'm just going to come away from the comments a minute just so I can see what else I can feel with her. Right. One of the things she's sharing is that she went outside. She was very, very confident, a very kind of like meander, she kind of like pootled outside. And then all of a sudden it was a shock that she realized that she wasn't with a human. So I don't know whether like you or your partner go with her. Again, I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Let me just channel with the cat for a minute. But all of a sudden she had this kind of realization that she wasn't with a human. And that was actually what ungrounded her, because it's like when she goes out, when she's like, you can see in the photo here, tethered with the what's the goddamn word? The harness, the lead. She knows that she's tethered to a human. And actually for her, it's tethered to a family. So there is something with her in a past life, and I'm not going to go too much into it now. But what she's sharing is that like I'm tethered when I'm with them. So she's grounded when she's with the humans, when she's with you guys. So I know she might be doing some behaviors right now that aren't preferable to you. However, she is doing what she needs. I'd really consider a chakra cleanse with her, because at the moment I've got a bit of cramps in my tummy as well, which tells me that her energy with her solar plexus is a bit out of whack, which again, that is where they store their emotions. So if she's got this kind of trauma and stress and anxiety and all this kind of stuff that's going on, and she's got the residual energy of that as well, it's going to be in all of her body. See, my throat is now sticky. So I'd really recommend a chakra cleanse. If it's not something you want to do in terms of a bigger treatment, try the red and the valerian. As you can see, I've also not taken my hand off my heart chakra because I'm trying to calm my heart rate and her heart rate to bring this kind of fight or flight down. So I generally find that after I've connected with cats, initially there is a shift. So see how she is after this session. See how she is tomorrow when you've got a few more tools down with her, Katya. And if you want to discuss a chakra cleanse, drop me an email and we can have a quick call about it. I really think it would be helpful for her to almost like recalibrate, and actually what you'll find is that she may not be the cat she was before, but she's got space to grow into a different one, like a stronger one is what she's sharing with me. This thing that happened, it was a step on your journey together. So she keeps showing me this, like, you two, like, connected. It's about her and a human. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope that you know, if you've got read everywhere, that you can, you know, drop us a picture and let us know. Like Pam said before, we love to see how you guys are getting on. Just before I end, I just want to show the other picture that we had of this gorgeous girl. Look. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you can see that I've changed it on my screen. Yeah. Look at this gorgeous girl. I have to say, this picture just made me smile. I just thought that was really sweet with the green. So I hope that's been helpful, Katya, and let us know what she's like. Oh, she was asleep when we started, but she's woken up and she's licking herself. So licking is a beautiful sign of energy release. So if you don't know, get the cat chakra book, and it tells you all about energy shifting, energy release, energy processing, and cleaning for a cat, whether they're working with remedies or with energy, is a beautiful way, because they are literally like doing this. They are moving the energy out of themselves. So good job, beautiful pussycat. Well done. And Katya, keep in touch. All right, my love. I hope that's been helpful. I am going to disconnect properly, ground myself and this poor little lady as much as I can, and hand back to Pam.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and go to Lolita on Instagram, who submitted Sophie. No? Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go back to, I'm going to go to Lolita on Instagram with Sophie next. So I'll give her a second to pull that up. Okay. So let's see if Lolita is over here on Instagram watching. I'm looking for you. If you are here, Lolita, please just drop a comment in the chat on Instagram for us, so I can just know that you're here. And I'm also going to just ask Anne, if you were here on Facebook, just drop me a comment over in Facebook to let me know that you are here. So I am looking again for Lolita on Instagram or Anne on Facebook. Give you guys a second to respond. So far, nobody there. Let's see. Okay. Is Anne here on Facebook? Is Lolita here on Instagram? I don't. Okay, Anne's here. Yay. Okay, so let's go to Anne because I see you here. I'm so happy you made it. So we're going to shift to Suki, the beautiful Maine Coon that we looked at just a second ago. Let's pull her up. Look at that beautiful girl. Okay, so Suki is a Maine Coon from respected breeders who allowed 3 queens to produce a litter each within 3 days. So a lot of kittens and impossible to handle and socialize properly. Suki was near feral in her dislike of being handled when she came to us at 4 months of age. She would not allow a comb near her after spaying at 8 months, and in a Medivest for 10 days, just at the time of changing of coat. Her coat became very matted and she would not let me do anything to help. I tried everything I could, eventually had to admit defeat and allow her to have her coat stripped under anesthetic when she had to have a tooth and dental problem sorted out. She's done loads of gentle handling since, and all is well. I can even comb her gently for a short time, but she still turns and starts to attack before too long. So grooming is going to be an ongoing problem. Yet she is adorable and loving, allows me to pick her up upside down, tickle her tummy, carry her in from the garden all upside down, totally relaxed. Any help to solve the problem would be appreciated. I feel strongly that the man at where she came from hurt her in a grooming session, but I have not been able to heal the memory so far. let's see what some energy says. And I have some ideas. We're talking about a potential past trauma and definitely some negative emotions that are associated with grooming experience. So my first thought is mind, body, spirit release, to help release those trapped emotions from a traumatic experience so that she can let go of any negative emotions or blocks toward being groomed, because we don't want to keep having this problem forever and ever. I mean, she has a lifetime ahead of you with a lot of grooming. So let's see here. Grooming. I'm just trying to think, how do I want to approach this? Let's see. I want to know, did Suki have a bad encounter with a groomer as a kitten? I'm getting yes. So you're spot on the money on that thought. I'm getting a yes. So she did have a bad experience. Is Suki's skin very sensitive? Yes. Okay. And you probably have tried all different types of brushes. You may have to find the brush that she tolerates the most, that doesn't pull on the fur quite as much. I have one called a Kong, and it has little, well, it's kind of thick points. I'm not sure if they make them or it's available in the UK, but you might be able to find something on Amazon. It's a Kong cat brush, and it's in the shape of a cat, and it's rubber. So even the tips, they're kind of fat, and it's rubber tips. So it is pretty, it's soft, and it's not the fine bristles that pull. So you may just have to explore different brushes. Desensitizing her, like offering some kind of a treat when you're trying to brush, so that we desensitize her to the fear of that, from having a bad experience to having a more pleasant experience when she's being brushed and groomed. So Lori says, yes, her cats love the Kong brush. Yeah, it's just a different kind of brush. So that might be something to try. And they also make, I don't know if you guys have seen those brushes that are like gloves that you put on your hand and you can brush them. And it's got just really small, it's not even a bristle. It's more like a little raised bumps on the brush on the glove that actually help remove the excess dead hair from the cat. So you can look at gloves as well. Let's see what else. Are there emotional blocks associated with being groomed? Yes. So there's definitely some emotional blocks that you could get some energy work done, like a mind, body, spirit release, to remove those, so that we can let her let go of that experience emotionally and mentally, so that she can replace those negative experiences with something happy and not hurtful going forward. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else. Other than that, her temperament seems really great. Have you tried the glove type of brushes or the Kong brush before?
Can I just speak for a second while you're waiting for Anne to reply?
Yes, yes.
So something else to think about, Anne, is about when it comes to brushing, and like Pam said, I'm getting the trauma vibe as well from a previous experience, so you need to clear the energy with that. Also, and again, I highly support what Pam said about the brushes. Two other things to think about is, one, with cats, they get stimulated when you're brushing them. So, if she's already got emotions around this experience, she's also going to get stimulated when brushing. So if there is capacity to, I appreciate she needs it for her coat maintenance, being a cat, a Maine Coon cat. However, in terms of that behavior training, yes, use the treats, but also just try to do it every now and again, like one stroke. So like, you're going in with an agenda, I need to get the brushing done, right? I need to do it, for example, like 5 to 10 minutes. Scratch that completely and go at it from her point of view. So, I'm going to brush her twice with the brush, and that's it. And you walk away and you leave it. And yes, it's not the brushing session that you want to do or that she needs to have done. However, it will help her to support you with that trust. And it will also help her levels of stimulation build up to being able to have a 10-minute brushing or grooming session, for example. The other thing to say is I would also think about having some chamomile, some German chamomile around, because it can help with anxiety in the skin. So if she's got an issue where she, like Pam said, she's got pain and trauma from this brushing experience, we bring that in with the stimulation, we bring that in with any discomfort. She's got layers here of it being a traumatic sort of situation. So I'd consider either, if you're not comfortable using essential oils, you can use dried chamomile and have it again, like on the picture here, like on the blanket near, not near the food bowls, but the other side. Have some in the room. My preference for her would be one single drop of German chamomile essential oil on a nice big piece of fabric somewhere near you both, because actually with the essential oil molecules, it will support her. She'll ingest them. She won't lick the oil. It's the molecules, and that will actually soothe her body inside out. Now, the skin's the biggest organ, so you've got a great way there to support her, again, with another level of support when you're doing this brushing. Sorry, Pam, didn't mean to talk over you. I'll pass it back, my love.
No, I love that, because I was trying to think, what would Julianne do? So, yeah. Okay. So Anne says, I have a thing called the Furminator. Yep. I'm familiar with the Furminator. It eases out of the loose hair, which she tolerates for a while. Usually I use a metal comb with rounded points and very gently. Yeah. So I love what Julianne says. Build her trust slowly. Don't make it an agenda. Just get her used to being brushed. Instead of a full grooming session, just baby steps so that she can experience it in a positive light. And then let's consider doing some energy work with me to clear those traumas, because that's just it's always going to stay there until it's released. So that's what I have. Julianne, do you have anything else? If not, I'll pass it back to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Pam. I couldn't help, I didn't connect with the first cat. I was very conscious, like not to tune in and let you do your thing. This one, because of course I've done mine already. I'm like, I was just looking at the beautiful picture, and I was like, come on, the stuff comes through. You can't help but say it. Okay. Right, who have we got next? So Roberta with Mila. God, let's say Mela. If that's not right, I apologize. Are you here, Roberta? I think I saw you before. I'm sure I saw you earlier on in the chat with a flower. Ah, she's here. Beautiful. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Mela. Okay. 1 second. That 1%. Okay. Okay, so Mela is an 11-year-old female Siamese rescued from a bad situation 4 years ago. She's very interesting, especially of men. Is a sweet cat, but goes berserk at the vets and has to be severely sedated. She had bowel section removed as a kitten due to neglect, and elastic hairband having to be removed by an operation. 2 years ago, she had 6 teeth out. Wow. And a large stone removed from her bladder via surgery. She's quiet and gets bullied by the cat I rescued to keep her company. Toilet issues on urinary diet and everything cut off then. There wasn't anything more in the Google form. Let me see, Roberta, did you email me? Were you one of the people that sent me more? Hang on. I don't know if I did. Wait a minute. Roberta. No, okay, that's fine. So she's been a bit of a poorly pussycat by all accounts. Bless her little heart. She doesn't like men. No. Okay. Stop telling me things for just a minute. Let me just have a connection with her and let's see what she needs you to hear, what support she needs. Just give me a second. Oh God. All right. So the first thing she says to me is they shut me in a cupboard. So I'm not going to Roberta, just for a minute, I'm not going to look at the chat because I've got to look at different screens. I'm just going to sit with her for a minute because I feel like she's got a bit of a communication to come through. So I'm going to connect with her and share with you, and then I'll come back and look at the chat. Okay. Let me just be present with her for a minute. Okay, so she says, they shut me in a cupboard. I'm gonna get really right. This isn't my emotion. This is emotion coming out of her. So this is great because this means that she's shifting energy. She said that she felt really alone. I felt really lost. I didn't know what I did to deserve it. I came into this body to be a being of light, to bring joy, to make smiles, which means like to make people smile. I didn't realize the start would be so hard. And it's just echoed in my body. So all the things that she's had, all of those illnesses, those operations, all because of the emotion that happened when she was younger, or the pain. She said she sees me. I think she means you, Roberta. When she looks into my eyes, she sees the real me. But it's hard for me to show that. It's hard for me to be that brave, to be that soul, to be that open. Because she doesn't trust, because in her early years, she tried and it literally like got thrown in her face almost. My heart feels small. Yeah, her heart chakra does feel very small. It just takes time. But I need you to know that with you, I feel safe. And with you, I can feel your love. I can sense that you care for me. When you look into my eyes, you can see the real me. Okay, so no. Okay, so let me come back to the comments. Roberta, do you know what? There isn't. I asked her what we can do to help her, and she's kind of like, I'm just not ready yet. She was like saying those words, and for you to hear her experience for her is like huge. For her, it feels like she kind of just opened up, like and been in a very vulnerable space, sharing what she shared through me. So I asked her, you know, what can we do to support you? And she's like, I'm not ready, you know, like, and that's not unusual with cats. So, you know, Pam and I have been doing this for a while, but with my clients, with a couple of other cats we've had online, when we ask them what we can do, there isn't necessarily anything right now, because cats need to be in a vulnerable space to heal. And she is very vulnerable right now because she has shared part of her story. So what I would recommend is consider having either a full communication session done with her, or, to be honest with you, a chakra cleanse if she's got previous trauma. And then I think in the chakra cleanse, she'd be able to share with you colors and herbs and, you know, remedies or whatever it may be. In fact, I think for her, it's probably more going to be mantras and words, because for her, like the words that were said to her when she was younger, the experience that she had will be healed by words of nurture, words of love, words of care. So I wouldn't be surprised if she had quite a lot of mantras come in the chakra cleanse. But she needs you to know that she feels safe with you. And yes, she was surprised by what happened in the before, like, you know, her time before she got with you. But her key message, like all I can feel in my bones, is that she's like, I feel safe with you. So yes, she has health issues. Yes, she may not get on with the other cat, but for her, like safety is all there is. And she didn't have that before, you know, and she needs you to know that she has that with you. So I appreciate this may not have been the session that you were hoping for. And I do believe that the universe may not give us what we want, but it always gives us what we need. So I do hope that hearing her words and a bit of her experience has helped you to see her and to feel her. And like she said, you know, when you look in her eyes, she has this deeper connection with you and she feels safe with you. So I hope that can bring you some comfort. Sorry, I got a bit emotional, but it was just very, very deep. She is it can be a very loving, open cat, because that connection came like really quickly. And I hope that with you hearing her words, it has given you some form of comfort, my love. So if you want to do any more work with her, feel free to get in touch and let me know. I resonate with what you said about her. Oh, good. I'm glad. And what I would say, like for me with communications, when I do like the weekly wisdom and things, go back and watch it again. Catch this on the replay, because sometimes when you hear it for the first time, you'll take away like a certain layer of the message. And then when you watch the replay, you'll get another one. So when we're done, when the lives are, oh, she got a twitchy ear. When the for goodness sake, when the recording is up and we finish the live, God, watch the recording and hear her words again and see what else you can take from it. Okay. Right. I'm going to pause there, disconnect with this beautiful girl and hand over to Pam. Oh my days.
Let's see here. Okay, that was amazing. Totally amazing. Okay, so the last kitty that I'm waiting for is Sophie, and I need to connect with Lolita. If you're here on Instagram, I just need you to drop us a note over here on Instagram, Lolita. Let me know if you're here, because I'd like to help you with Sophie if you're here. So let me know. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's always amazing to see what comes through and what these precious kitties want to share. So I don't see Lolita yet. Anybody? Okay. So far, no. I may have to turn it back over to you, Jillian, for your third one. Okay.
Okay, so Lolita and Sophie, if you are here, please drop us a message and Pam will get back to you. Pam, did you want to have a look at the form and see if there's anybody else that you could work with? I think there was nobody else that requested your services, but pick anybody else. I went for the first people that lodged them. So in order that they were lodged. So have a look at like the next one and see if we can do a shout out if anybody's there. Oh, Tiki Feral Kitty says that part about rewatching the reading is so true. You hear more when you listen again. Oh my gosh, for sure. Absolutely, definitely. Okay. Anne says, I was frantically writing notes and I missed some of what Julianne said at the beginning of her comments. You can catch the replay, my loves. Catch the replays. That's what we've got it there for. It'll be up on YouTube as soon as we're done. Okay. David says, I'm always fascinated with energy insights. There's always a takeaway for me with my relationship with my cat. Oh, it's lovely to have you here, David, and walk with a super cat. Right, what am I doing? Lucy. No, that's not right. Sky. Lucy's the human. Sorry. Right, Lucy, are you here? Where are you joining me from? Where are you joining us from? Facebook. Okay. Let me see if you are here. Lucy, brilliant, awesome, my love. Great. Okay, let's get beautiful. Sky. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so Lucy says, Sky has feline cognitive dysfunction and a I can never say this word, luxating patella, especially with my energy tonight. She regularly gets stuck in corners or behind things, falls through gaps, etc., and is always by our feet. She looks well, but I'm worried as to whether she's actually happy and enjoying her life still. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, let me put the cardi back on. Hang on. Oh, my energy shifted. Right, where's my picture of the gorgeous girl? Okay, let's have a look. Am I unmuted? Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, like this energy is so different to the last cat of my life. Oh wow, so different. Oh wow, she's got a proper like almost like boisterous kind of swagger energy to her. It's fascinating, so different to the last one. I connect with her straight away, and it's almost like she sat down like this, like ready to pay attention. Yep, what's going on? Oh god, my neck. She is just wow, so different, such a different energy. Okay, let's see about the cognitive dysfunction. Oh wow, no. So I was basically about to ask her if it's causing her any like issues or any like concern, like not like degeneration, but is it causing her any kind of issues or anything? I hadn't even finished like the question in my thoughts, in my connection with her, and she was like, nope, like my body is just my body. That does not diminish my soul whatsoever. She is beautiful. She's a beautiful energy. She is like, my body's just a body, like it's just a thing, it's just a vessel, it's just an outside. And she showed me a picture of an egg. I don't normally get a lot of pictures. She's just like, she's so full of connection. She showed me like an Easter egg, and like you get the I don't know if you guys get this in the countries, but you get an Easter egg and you get like treats inside. And she's like, her body is just like the shell. Like, yes, you can crack it and there might be a hole in it or bits kind of break off, but she's like, that doesn't change the tasty treat inside. She's like, no, I'm still me. Like she's like full of beans. Wow. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Oh, okay, my love. Right. More fishy toys. Okay, so I was just I don't even get to finish my questions before she is like straight there, answering. Like, connection is so fast. So although she might have cognitive dysfunction, energetically, her soul, her essence is the sharpest it's ever been. Like, she is not diminished in any way, shape, or form. So I share this with you, Lucy, because when we have a cat that's got a physical impairment, it can make us be like, oh, and treat them a bit like, I say this from experience, like, oh, poor baby. I do this with Leo with his asthma. It's like, oh, my poor boy, it's like he's a victim and it's sad and it's heartbreaking. And she's just like, that is not me, like, at all. She is just she's just so full. I don't have another way to explain it. She just feels so full. So I didn't even get to ask the question, what do you need? And already she's like, more fish toys. So I don't know if you have fish toys. I don't know if you've ever used fish toys. I don't know if you've ever entertained them with her. So drop a comment and let me know. But something to do with fish toys. Like, if I appreciate when they've got cognitive dysfunction, that, you know, she may have a few issues with coordination or engagement, but just give it a go. Like, she wants to just give it a go. Like, get a fish toy on a wand. We've got some that have got like little tendrils that come out, so you can like flick it but hold it, and it's almost like an elastic, kind of, it pings back. Engage with her. That's what she's like crying for, just like engagement, but from like a fun perspective, like joy, mum, like fun and joy, and just like live. That's what she is about. She is just like more, you know, more of everything, which is not what I would have expected to receive from her when I read your intake form question. Let me see what else. Oh. So I just went to try and center myself, to ground myself, because I feel like I'm talking at 50 miles an hour, which is a result of her energy. I just went to take a deep breath and calm myself. And she's like, no, don't do that. She's like, no, you don't need to center and ground yourself. Like, feel the buzzing, the fizzing, the energy. Like, this is me. You know, she's like, this is me. Feel me. This is me. Fish toys years ago, she used to have food that was very fishy, but I changed it. Interesting. It's not about the food, so do what you want to do with that. It's about the toys. She there is something where she's like, I want fish toys, you know, and so bring them back, get new ones, have a go. Like, playing with our cats. I'm about to I think it's tomorrow the blog comes out about playing with baby Max on a rainy day, and about how, you know, sometimes you just want to kind of like put the toys in and leave them to it. And it takes effort for us to engage with them. And I also say in the blog that actually I kind of compromised the best that I could. I watched a film, which was relaxing for me, and then I played with baby Max. And he always does something crazy, like a weird move or whatever, that makes me smile. So it puts joy in my sparkle jar, you know. So get a fish toy, like, have fun with her, because for her there is this space of helping your heart to grow and blossom more by having joy. There's something around you that wants, she said, Lucy said, she's so quiet and paces around lots and stumbles lots, so we don't play anymore. I'll definitely try and do that. There is, so as soon as I connect with her, it's like it's a big presence, you know. And I'm not surprised that, yes, she's got that physical impairment, and we can sometimes see them just as that, you know. Like with Leo, when he's having a lot of coughing, or we've got to have a lot of steroids, you know, I'm very much like, I'm like hyper alert mum, you know, and I don't want to do anything to upset the apple cart. With this gorgeous girl, with Sky, she's like, please, you know, she is calling out for a bit of fun, a bit of joy. So I appreciate if she moves, you know, and she stumbles. Playing can be all sorts, like, think outside the box, you know. You don't have to get a wand toy and have them go around the room. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got a lasso with a fish toy. You know, you can have, even if it's not like taped out, but you could have like a little square on the floor, you know, where you just flick a little thing to and fro, right? She's calling for engagement. She's calling for something to support you with her, you know, to bring you back together. So I would really encourage you to find some joy with her. And if fish is like her food, then maybe bring that back too. Find, like, we have these freeze-dried fish treats. So where's my camera? God. Right, hang on. Instagram. So like that, and then Facebook and YouTube here. And that was a chicken one. I should have picked up a salmon one. So we've got little salmon ones, okay? So these little freeze-dried treats, you can flick them, which I often do with the boys, across the floor, right? Flick them across the floor, and the cat will chase after it. She might stumble after it. but you can have fun with them. That's what I'm saying. You know, find different ways. So these are Cosma, and we get them from Zoo Plus, PLUS. Find different ways to have fun with her. She is looking for more connection. Okay, anything else? Yeah. She's like, don't see me. She's getting a bit choppy. She's like, don't see me as the vessel. You know, see me as the spirit, see me as the joy, see me as the soul inside. So do what you can to be with her. And yes, her medical conditions are a part of her, but they don't define her. And she is very, very clear about that. Like, her essence is still there and her soul is still inside. And that joy, that kitten, like our inner child and stuff, is still there in her. Lucy says, I've been so worried and miss how she used to be. That's good to hear. Yeah, and I think she does. So I think there is space there for both of you, my love, to bring back that love and connection between the two of you. Yes, her body will have limitations. However, there is always space to adapt, you know? So, and again, I say this from experience, when they're poorly, our worry charts are off the table. You know, our thoughts can run away with us. And yet we forget that they are a being of light inside a body. We are a being of light inside a body, you know? So put a pin in being the worry mum, you know, because you love her, obviously, but find a bit of joy. You know, what was it you used to do together? What did you used to do that you had fun with? What bits do you miss? And how can you pivot and bring that back for her in some way? Okay. I hope that makes sense. Let me just check. Yeah, no, she's like, no, it's about the joy, mum. So I hope that that's been helpful. Again, not what I expected to receive from her, but we share with you whatever it is that the cats have to share. So find the joy and see how you can, you know, deepen your connection again with her by bringing that back, you know, and having that bit of fun. Okay, Pam, is there anything from you about, did you manage to get the other people?
Thank you.
I haven't been able to confirm if anyone is here. I was looking for, okay, if Ruth and Muesli are here, Ruth Turnbull on Facebook, if you're watching. Let's see, there was another one, Tamsin with Tinker, if you're watching on Instagram, let us know if you're here. Or Allison and Oscar on Facebook. Or Francine Bickle on Facebook. Anybody is watching, any of those people, let me know if you are here. Allison Brown is here. Okay. And she's on Facebook. So, okay. So let's go find. Okay. So Allison, Oscar is her kitty.
One second, just 1 second. I'm getting there.
Okay. So give us just a second. We pull, oh, look at that handsome boy. Okay, so this is Oscar submitted by Allison. And let me go read what she said, what she submitted. So she says, Oscar is an adorable, loving 6-year-old male cat. He suffers from struvite stones. He's on a special diet for it. It's managed very well so far. He takes Cystophan tablets, which I sprinkle on his food once a day to help with any irritation. My issue with Oscar is his spraying outside the litter trays. He does use all his trays, but also at least 1 or 2 times a week, sometimes more, he sprays outside of his litter tray. I've been keeping a diary to see if there is a link, but I can't seem to find one. Oscar can be quite a nervous, anxious cat, and he's very territorial. He has a decent sized safe garden to play in. She's got fencing around it, which he loves. Most cats stay away from the boundary as he has marked his garden very well. It's just that the one cat that lives in the house behind us, also a male, loves to torment Oscar. The only other change this year is my new kitchen, sorry, which Oscar never sprayed before, but now he does. I don't think he likes the change. Oscar loves his cuddles and being around humans that he's familiar with. He loves his snuggles, especially the bedtime one where we chat about our day and have a big snuggle before going to sleep. Oscar also has fear aggression. He hates the vets, and I've learned not to get involved when other cats are on the fence and let him sort it out. Although it's hard to not get involved sometimes. I want to try and understand why Oscar is spraying and if I can help him in any way. He's my fur baby and I love him so much. I wish if I could help him more, I would love to. So Allison, I know you didn't select muscle testing or energy testing, but let me see what I can find out for him. I already have some things that were going through my head as I was reading that out. So for your little guy here, let's see. Spraying outside the litter box. This is B2. This is fear. It's fear related. So he's had, obviously he definitely has some cats that bother him. And so that can be very scary. And he's just trying to make his space smell more like him and he can be more secure when he smells his scent. That's why they do this. We need to help him feel more secure in his environment. So even the change of the new kitchen, that's throwing off his safe place in his home. Thank goodness he hasn't sprayed there yet. So let's do a couple things here. I also want to just see, does he have any issue with the litter itself? Does he have any issue with the litter box, with the location? Okay. Do you have more than one litter box in your home? Because if you do, I would put them in different areas, maybe in the area that he is spraying, or is he spraying like right over the edge of where the litter box is? Is he spraying against the wall? So you have 6. Wow. Okay. You got that covered. And I'm guessing that you've put them in different areas around the house. Is that correct? 6 litter boxes. This is one very special kitty. Let's see what else. He's got some emotional blocks. Okay, so she spread it around. Does he spray in like a certain window or doorway area? Because there may be some markings on the exterior of your house from the other cat, the neighbor cat. So again, it's all about, yes, he's trying to set up his territory. He's trying to guard his castle. He is trying to feel safe and secure. So some of the things that you can do to help him, I'm going to go back to something that Julianne talked about earlier, and that is grounding. Is root chakra, it's the kitchen work. It's the kitchen worktop. Oh, the worktop at the moment. Oh, that's where he's spraying, the kitchen worktop. Because it's new to his environment. That's probably why. Let's see. His root chakra needs support. His root chakra definitely needs support. So color red. Let's go back to color. Red would be super, super helpful for him. With the color green, no. With the color orange, with the color red. So red. Put down red. He is just not feeling safe. So let him put out some red fabric, red t-shirt, whatever you can find that's red that he can just go choose to sit on, lay on, sleep on, whatever, just to help him feel more rooted and grounded. I think you could also benefit from using some herbs. So, valerian. Yes, valerian is resonating really well for him. Angelica root would also be really good. Calming. Hold on. Wood, purple. No. So definitely.
Try violet leaf, Pam.
What violet leaf? Yes, violet leaf. Good one. Okay, yes, violet leaf is another one. Very good. That is resonating really well for him. Make him a little herb garden, little patches, little piles of angelica root. She's tried herbs before, but he hasn't been interested. Okay. Julianne, in a case like this, would you put it on the red, or would you tend to use just the color? No, he's not that frightened.
No, I would say in a multi-cat home, there's a lot of energy, right? So, when it comes to colour and self-selection, you generally want to keep it separate because there's a lot of frequencies. Each cat has got its own frequency. Each human's got its own frequency. The change to the kitchen will have a new frequency.
Mm-hmm.
For him, he feels like there's a lot of noise, and that's not actually noise, it's energy. What I can feel from him is that there's so much going on, and it's coming out in this, like, every now and again, it's like a wee. And it's the spray, and that is how, because if you think about when a cat sprays, generally the tail goes up and they do this, right? And actually for him, that's him shedding energy, which is why you can't find a connection. It's not to do with food, it's not to do with medication, it's to do with him like a pressure valve, like,
Makes sense.
Getting rid of this kind of culmination of energy that he's got. So, like Pam said, red, definitely. When we try herbs, it can be really easy for cat if it's not the right ones, as you said there, Alison. If they don't need the healing properties of, say, for example, the 4 herbs that you pop down, then they're not going to select them.
But wait a minute. Yeah, so if you've tried herbs and he's not been interested, it's not because he doesn't like herbs, it's because they probably weren't the right ones. So what have you tried? So what were you saying, Pam? So I think I haven't noticed you've got an echo, so we should be able to talk at the same time. So you said valerian. What other ones? And violet leaf.
Angelica root.
Yeah. And I'd probably say yarrow. Because yarrow can help with so violet leaf helps with change in the home, and with yarrow it helps with heart, like unsettled heart. So for him, like, yes, the kitchen is a big change, and I mean, I love colour anyway. I everybody should have the 7 colours around the home. So well, my question to you would be, how much peace is there in the home? How much do you, Alison, take a few minutes and just sit and take a nice deep breath? You haven't got to do 20 minutes of meditating, but when do you sit and ground your breath and ground yourself? Because like Pam said, it is also grounding for him. Because at the moment for him, there is this sense of like there's just so much energy. And again, with the kitchen being done, there will be workmen, and I've had my kitchen redone. I know what that's like. And the frequency needs to settle. You embed into that new space in the home. The workshops where they've come, they've travelled, they've been touched by different people. They've got their own energy. So if you haven't already, I'd also recommend like smudging. Back to you, Pam.
No, I was just thinking, clearing any negative energy too, any foreign, strange energy. Like, this is a great time to get out your sage and smudge. Cleanse your home of all of these energies that have kind of gotten trapped there. You can even use things like a purification essential oil or Palo Santo or something like that, just kind of clear the air. go through your entire home and just do a cleanse, do a smudge. I think that's always helpful, just to clear the energy a little bit. So she says it's a very quiet house. The most grounded time for us is at bedtime. Yeah, that's good.
And she said that's when he's the most cuddly.
Yeah,
so that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence that you are. And bedtime for most humans is when cats will change their demeanor, because our energy is reducing as we're getting ready to go to bed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any way you can bring that into the morning, a lunchtime, the daytime? Like I said, it hasn't got to be 20 minutes, but when your energy will be different at that time of day, Alison, and that is what he needs. That's supportive for him. So the spraying, he's doing it to release energy. That's one of the things I would say. It's not about behavior. He's not doing it to be a bad cat. He's trying to actually help himself to heal. So as and when he does it, like, what do you do as well? It's always important to think about when our cats do a behavior that we don't like, agree with, or enjoy. We can get angry, frustrated, and that comes out of us, and how are you responding with him? Because the first 1 or 2 times they do it, we can manage it. After that, it can become really hard to manage,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we tend to have a snug on the sofa. Good. And it would be interesting. I would start to make a note. This beautiful book that you've got, and I love that you're doing that with making notes, is what was happening in the house before that happened, before the we happened. Did you have the postman come and drop a parcel off at the door? Did one of the cats come in from having a spat outside? What energetically was going on in the home before he sprayed? Because that's where your answers are, my darling. That is where you will find the connection for him.
That's awesome. Yes. So good luck, and try those things and let us know how that works. Send us an email. Tag us in a post. Let us know. Give us an update. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to add, Pam?
No, that's it. That is it.
Okay, so we totally run over time, but it's been a beautiful session this evening, and I really hope that everybody that's had their cat connected with has felt empowered, because that, like Pam said at the beginning, we're here to be of service. We have been for this last 18 months. We wanted to give you guys the capacity to hear your cats, receive your cats, and we hope that you've been able to do that. So thank you to everybody tonight and in previous sessions, everyone that's joined us for Energy Insight. And Pam, I will hand over to you to say thanks to everybody and to share where they can find you if they don't already follow you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can find me at perfectlyholistic.com. Obviously, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram under Perfectly Holistic. And you can join my mailing list if you want to keep touch with what's going on. There's always a weekly blog, and there's special events. And we have an online store as well dedicated for cats, services, and products. Let me see what else. If you have any cat issues, cat questions that we can help you with, please feel free to reach out to me at pam@perfectlyholistic.com, or direct message me on one of the platforms. But we are so excited and just honored to be here with you guys. And please do stay in touch with us. Let us know how things are going. Tag us if when you've got some great wins to share, and we love to celebrate those with you. We just appreciate you guys being here. And we'll see you next time on social media somewhere. Keep following.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else before we wrap up? Oh, thank you, Katia. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, everybody that's been here with us. We really hope that you've enjoyed it. Like Pam said, we are still on social media. We're not going anywhere. This may be the last Energy Insights, but you don't get rid of us that easily. You can still find us and work with us, as Pam said about her website. You can also come and join me on the Become a Solar Cat Guardian program. So, you can come and work with me, and I can teach you to do what I do. I have spent the last few years coming out of my head and into my heart space to be able to receive Leo and baby Max. When I left my corporate job, I was doing behavior work. And now here I am doing this stuff online and live, and it's just amazing. And you guys can do it too. Everyone can sense and feel energy. You might just need some help on how to do that. So head to my website, www.naturalcats.co.uk. You can find all about the Become a Solar Cat Guardian program, and come and join me. You know, come and join me in how to receive your cat, and you guys can do what we do. So thank you again to everyone. Thank you to dear Pam, your beautiful pussycats that have been here along the way as we've done these shows. And as Pam said, we look forward to connecting with you all in some other space or some other time on social media. So enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and we will see you all again. Lots of love, everyone. Bye for now. Bye.